Headlines claiming that Gary Sheffield's life at 57 is a tragedy or beyond heartbreaking are misleading because they rely on emotional framing rather than verified facts. And when we look at the actual career and life of Gary Sheffield, what we find is not a story of personal downfall or hidden suffering, but rather a long, successful, and influential Major League Baseball career that spanned multiple teams and decades, during which Sheffield established himself as one of the most feared hitters of his generation due to his exceptional bat speed, power, and plate discipline, playing for teams such as the Milwaukee Brewers, San Diego Padres, Florida Marlins, Los Angeles Dodgers, Atlanta Braves, New York Yankees, Detroit Tigers, and New York Mets. And throughout his career he accumulated over 500 home runs, placing him among an elite group of hitters in baseball history, while also contributing to a World Series championship with the Florida Marlins in 1997, a defining moment that cemented his place in the sport's legacy. And although like many professional athletes he experienced team changes, media scrutiny, and the physical demands of a long career in professional sports, these factors are part of normal athletic life rather than indicators of tragedy. Yet online narratives often take such common career experiences and reshape them into dramatic stories that suggest personal crisis or emotional collapse, even when no credible evidence supports such claims. And after retiring from baseball, Sheffield has remained involved in discussions about the sport, occasionally appearing in media and commentary roles, while also focusing on family life and personal interests outside of professional competition, which is a typical transition for many retired athletes who move from high-intensity careers into more private and selective engagements. And although retirement from professional sports can sometimes be emotionally complex due to the shift in identity and daily structure, there is no verified information indicating that Sheffield is experiencing any severe hardship or heartbreaking situation as suggested by sensational headlines, and instead his post-career life reflects stability and continued connection to the baseball world through analysis, interviews, and public appearances, while also allowing space for privacy and personal time after decades in a demanding professional environment. And it is also important to recognize that athletes from Sheffield's era often face exaggerated online narratives because their careers are revisited through modern media lenses that prioritize dramatic storytelling over factual accuracy, especially when discussing aging former stars, and this can lead to the false impression that reduced public visibility or retirement equals decline, even though in reality it is simply a natural stage of life after professional sports. And when we examine verified sources and historical records of his career, there is no evidence of any current tragedy or devastating personal issue, but rather a respected former athlete whose legacy is defined by elite performance, longevity, and impact on the game of baseball. And ultimately the use of emotionally charged language in viral headlines reflects more about online content strategies than about Gary Sheffield's actual life, which remains that of a successful former professional athlete who has transitioned into life after sports in a normal and stable way rather than experiencing any confirmed form of heartbreak or tragedy.